Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hosanna Chikwado and I'm the founder of Chikwado Trading Alliance. It's so good to be back. It's so good to have you here. I mean, I haven't created content in a while. I haven't posted content in a while. And that's because I've been so busy with a whole lot of other things. But right now, I'm back and then the contents are going to keep coming. Now, as you can already tell from the title, of course, I've been busy with, prop trading evaluations and, of course, refining my trades and things like that. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about my experience with prop trading evaluations. Now, I had taken multiple evaluations in the past, not multiple, but I took one sometime last year. Of course, when I was just, getting my hands dirty with trading and, I just, gotten a bit profitable. And then, I took a prop firm evaluation with FTMO for $10,000. I didn't pass that one. And then I let it go for a long time. And then eventually I came back. Right now I'm with the best prop trading firm in the industry, and you're going to find out what prop firm it is and what makes them the number one in this video if you keep watching. So I started recently, that was around a few months ago, just about 2 months ago. I started a prop firm evaluation for $10,000 on MyForexFunds. And now why I took the evaluation with my Forex funds is because number one, they're very, very trader friendly. Okay, number one, they let you retake the prop firm exam or the evaluation exam or the evaluation if if you finish if your period is over. Let's say you have 30 days for phase one and 60 days for phase two, which is the typical thing in the industry. So after 30 days, and then you're not in a drawdown. Let's say you are above $10,000, even if you are $5 above $10,000 or any amount of money above $10,000, you are going to be allowed to retake the exam, the evaluation. As long as you're not in the negative, you are going to be allowed to take the exam. The only time, and if you happen to go below the original amount you were funded with, let's say you were going for the $10,000, and then you happen to go below that. When you go below that, what you're going to do is they are going to give you, I think, about 5% off. They're going to give you 5% off, and when you get 5% off, so of course that helps you. It reduces the price of whatever it is you're going to pay for the evaluation. So it's just really, really beautiful with my Forex fund. And then in the first stage you get to make 8% instead of 10% with most prop firms, and then in the second stage you make 5%. So that is just how it works. So I'm going to talk to you about how to pass any prop firm evaluation, because a lot of traders actually, the statistics shows us that most people who take the proprietary trading exam evaluations actually don't make it. And there are a good number of reasons why they don't make it. The number one reason why traders don't make it, or how to pass, is number one, you have to understand the objectives. You have to know what the drawdowns are. How is the drawdown calculated? For example, if it's 5% of total equity that is the drawdown, if you make $1,000 on your account extra, is it 5% of $11,000, or whatever it is that is the starting balance of the day? Is it 5% of that? So you have to understand how the drawdowns are calculated by your firm, by the company that you're taking the evaluation exam, because how they calculate it is very different across the board. So how they might calculate it at FTMO might be different to how they might calculate it at wherever it is, or the fivers. But at MyForex funds, I understand how it's calculated, and it is 5% of whatever it is that your starting balance is at the beginning of the day. So if you're starting your day with $9,000 or $9,500, it is going to be 5% of $9,500. If you're starting with $10,500, it is going to be 5% of $10,500 for your daily drawdown. So they take note of whatever your opening equity is for the day, and then they use that as your daily drawdown. So that is the first thing. You must understand the objectives of the prop firm that you're taking the evaluation. Number two is, no one is going to give you an award for finishing in 2 days or finishing in 3 days. And that is the problem that we're having in the industry. I mean, a lot of people want to stroke their ego. I passed in 2 days, I passed in 1 day, I passed in 3 days. That nobody's giving you a dime, nobody's giving you any special award. Even if you pass in 2 days, you're still going to have to wait for 10 days to be able to proceed to the next stage. So why do you have to rush the process? Why do you have to rush it? Why not just take it gradually, one single trade at a time? And even if you were trading a system that is a 2-to-1 system, and you are risking, let's say you have $10,000, and you're risking $50 per trade, 0.5% per trade to make 50 to make 100. Now, if you take 10 trades at the end and you have a 50% win rate, that's $500 at the end of the trade, at the end of 10 trades. And by the time you take 20 trades, that's or at the end of 20 trading days, depending on if you're able to trade every day, that's $1,000. So I mean, it's very easy. These things are not as complicated as they seem. And I'm going to, at the end of the day, I'm going to walk you through a live chart to actually show you what I did wrong and then how I got things wrong initially, and then I'm going to show you the 2 evaluations that I failed, and then how I passed the one that I eventually passed. So you don't have to rush it. I was trying to rush the first one. I rushed the second one. I rushed the first one, and then I was like, okay, man, I'm so pumped up. I'm so hyped up. I got to take this. And then, the first trades were just a mess. And then subsequently, the trades that I took were just, messes as well. And I got into the second one. I'm like, okay, fine. I just lost this one. I'm going to get into the third one. I got into the second trade again. I was all pumped up, just going deep and trying to dive deep into the charts and all those kind of things. I mean, that's not how these things work. So I learned my lessons from those 2 experiences, and then I took that and I went into the third one, which eventually you're going to see everything. You're going to see the entire charts, the trades that I took, but I'm not giving you a breakdown of the trades, but I'm just going to show you step by step how I took the trades and, how the evaluations played out and all those kind of things. And now the second thing is, a lot of people, once you talk about trading evaluation, I mean, the entire thing changes. People start to panic. People start to see it differently, and then whatever they've been trading on their normal accounts, when they get to that made them profitable in the first place, because it's evaluation, they tend to switch that up, and that's not good. That's not healthy. Whatever system you've been trading originally, you must stick to that system. You have to trade your system. If a system made you profitable up to the point that you're confident enough that you can take a prop trading exam or evaluation, then you have no reason to change it. You have no reason to do something different and start switching things up because, this is now this is suddenly a proprietary trading evaluation and things like that. There is no need to switch anything up. It is what it is. You have to trade and trust the system that has made you profitable in the first place. And the truth is, you must reckon with the fact that proprietary trading is 100% professional. You're no longer a retail trader in your bedroom trading your own money. No, this time around, you're trading external capital. You are managing funds on behalf of a prop firm, on behalf of a company. Now, if you're going to manage funds and trade the capital of a company, you're going to have to trade by their rules. You're going to have to work with whatever objectives they put in front of you. So it is their rule, it is their money, their rules. It's not your rules anymore. So however it is you trade on your personal account, in terms of your risk appetite and how you manage risk, you are going to have to adjust that for the prop trading evaluation. That is just one thing you're going to know. You're going to have to trust your system in terms of how you enter trades and, whatever rules you stick to just to take positions. But when it comes to position sizing and then managing risk exposure, you must stick with what the prop firm is giving you. That is what makes you a professional. That is what makes it a professional evaluation, because it is 100% professional. You're no longer a retail trader trading retail funds, trading your personal funds in your bedroom. That you're not subject to any rules. You're not subject to anything. You are subject to something the moment it's a prop firm evaluation, and you have to keep that at the back of your mind. So, having run you through just a few things that I feel like they are very, very important things that could help you to better your trading and better your lot. I'm going to quickly walk you through the chart and show you how, I took some of the trades that I took, and then the entire process, how I went from, losing heavily on the first evaluation, losing, on the second one, and then coming to pass the third one. And right now I'm about to get into the verification stage. And now the verification stage, it is 60 days to make 5%. You have 60 days to make 5%. There's no need to rush that. I'm going to be as professional as I can, as professional as I always am, and then take it gradually and not, rush things or, just do any weird stuff just to pass within 2 days and then come back and make a YouTube video. Oh, I passed. This particular one, I actually passed it in 8 days. And I had to just wait 2 extra days to have it completed and all those kind of things. So it was as good as saying, okay, making 1% per day. It wasn't 1% per day. That was not how it happened. There was a point where, there were down days, and then there were days where it just went up. Though on this particular evaluation, the final one that I just passed, there was no single losing trade, which of course I'm going to show you every single thing right now. So let's jump into the charts, and then I'll show you every single thing about how I took the evaluation, and then how I'm getting into the next one. Cheers. So I'm going to walk you through the evaluation trades that I took. The evaluation that I took on MyForexFunds. By the way, this is, I believe, the number one prop firm in the industry right now, and there are a very, very good number of reasons for that, which at the end of this video I'm going to tell you why they are the number one prop firm in the industry right now. So you're going to have to stick around till the end of the video, and then you find out why they are number one. More than FTL, more than Fivers, whatever you want to think of, these guys are ahead of them in their game. So let's get into the evaluation and trades that I took. So I took evaluation on 3 accounts. So I don't know why it's not showing. So I took 3 evaluations. You can see here, select account. So now this was the first one. This one here is the second one, and then here is the middle one. Here is the the third and final one. So okay. Now, looking at this, from this one, you can see that if you notice here, first of all, you notice here I took 55 trades, bringing a total of 9.35 lots, and then I ended up with a net loss of $897. This was very, very insane. This was very insane, and it's been 50 days since I took that. So you can see the moment normally on MyForexFunds, you have a daily drawdown of 5% allowed, and then a max loss of 12% overall on the account. So I started good. Took this one, took this win, then I lost $207, won 130, won 111. At that point I felt like I was getting back on track. You see, at that point I was up here, in the equity curve, about $10,096, which of course I was just supposed to just keep going and then take the equity curve higher. But then things went south very quickly, and then you can see this big ass loss here. This was a very, very big loss, and I think I took 4 lots on this trade, 4 standard lots on this trade, and see the whole thing just towered against me, and I ended up with this big loss here of $897. I was supposed to make a positive of $800, and I ended up with a negative of -$800. So I just went the opposite way, and then of course when you breach the daily drawdown, it shows you that you have violations detected on your account, and then they don't. That's where you fail the evaluation. So that happened, and then I went on to the next evaluation, and when I went to the next evaluation, it was crazy. It went south very, very quickly. You can see this one just from here I just went straight into a drawdown. I think you can see the trade. I came back with the same mindset that I went into the other one. Okay, I feel this one, now it's time to pass this other one again, that kind of thing. And then I went straight into a drawdown. I lost $364 on the second trade, 105 on the 364 on the first, 105 on the second trade. And then by this time around, I was down over 500. I was down about close to $500 on me, and my psychology was thinking to myself, okay, I'm better than this. I have to come back from this trade. And I did try to come back from the trade. So I made 22 here, 74, 125, -23. So after these 2 big losses down here, I didn't take any further losses again. So instead I went back into profits. I made 125 here, lost $23, made 165, made 149. But then of course, I think I really can't remember what happened. I think I breached the drawdown again. I think I took another trade that breached the drawdown. I think the system didn't account for that, and then I think they said violations were detected. So that was just how it happened. So after taking these 2 big losses that were over $500, very big losses here, and then I ended up with a negative of 140.35. Now I want you to take note of something. Here I took 32 trades as opposed to the 55 trades I took on the other one. On the other side it was 9.35 standard loss. Now I took a total of 8.15 standard lots. on 8.5 lots, 8.15 lots on this trade. You can see the equity went straight down, and then we came back up. So, what I was trying to do was I was trying to at least get back into break even or above break even, if it was $10 above this $10,000, so that I won't have to repeat, so that I won't have to pay another money. Because with my Forex funds, what happens is, even if you lose an evaluation, let's say you take an evaluation of $10,000, just like I have here, and then you end up not hitting the 8% mark, even if you finish with $50 on top of your $10,000, they are going to allow you to retake the evaluation as many times as possible. That is just one of the features that makes this prop firm the number one in the industry right now. But when you finish below the mark, just like I finished below here, that's when you have to pay another money to repeat the evaluation. But if it was let's say $10,050 or $10,010, something like that, they would have allowed me to continue and then retake the evaluation again. So I lost the first one. You can notice 55 trades, 9.5 standard lots, finished with very heavy losses here. Then here I finished with 32 trades, 8.5 lots, and then I bought the third one. And this time around I had something in mind. This is the one I eventually passed, but I had something in mind. I told myself, no matter what happens, I'll make sure that the equity is above 10,000, because I didn't want to go back and spend another money on evaluation again. I didn't want to pay another money for evaluation, and that is just why I decided to stick with the prop firm, because the evaluation fees are really cheap, and you have multiple opportunities to retake it as long as you're not in the negative. I mean, there's nothing bigger than that in the industry right now. Now, you can see you have $10,000 starting balance. I finished with, I've already passed. You can see the system says I've passed. The profit target is $800. I made 803. I passed this. Then 10 days minimum. I just completed the 10th day. You can see these two small trades here just to make it 10 days. I passed in 8 days actually. So you can see here I took 27 trades using a total of 6.73 lots, and obviously it goes a long way to tell you that less is more. You don't have to do so much or take so many trades just to pass your evaluation and things like that. You just need few good trades to make this count. So going down here, I made $32 on my first trade. You can see the trade here, 114, 19, 64, 34. And the beauty is that all these trades were positive, not one single losing trade across the 10 trading days. So not one single losing trade. So now I leveraged on the lessons that I had learned from the two failed attempts, and then took all that lesson and then brought here. And one of the major lessons is, if you're not trying to impress anyone, nobody cares whether you pass in 2 days, 3 days, 1 day. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. What matters is, did you pass? That is the question. That is the most important thing. So if you pass, it's all up to you. And remember, you have 10 trading days. So why rush the process? I mean, if you decide to, on a $10,000 account, let's say you have a 50% win rate, and you decide to, take risk $50 per trade to make 100, that's 2 to 1. I mean, at the end of 10 trading days, you're going to have $500 positive profit. And then if you go another like 10 days, that's 20 trading days, you're going to have $1,000. So it doesn't, you don't have to impress anyone. Like, you just have to take it one day at a time, and then allow the profits to compound, and just grow your account. So you can see this one, no violations detected, passed, and right now I'll be going into the verification stage. And when I get into the verification, it's just to make 5% in 60 days, and trust me, I am not going to rush it. So it's just going to be a very, very gradual process for me. Now let's get into why MyForexFunds is the number one prop firm right now. Now, if we go over to the home tab, to the home page, it's the market awaits you. That's what it says. And as a professional trader, they have three levels. So 3 different kinds of programs. You have the rapid, the evaluation, and the accelerated. I really don't understand the rapid, but I understand the evaluation and the accelerated. So the evaluation is, of course, it comes in 2 phases, and then the first profit split, if you pass, they return back your profits. So they return back the profits. They return your evaluation fee, and then they pay you a certain portion of the profit you made during the evaluation stages. Now that is an industry revolution. Like nobody pays you any percentage of profits made during evaluation, but these guys pay you a certain percentage of the profits you make during evaluation. And now it's 8% target for stage one, for phase one in the evaluation, and then you make 5%. So you have 30 days to make 8%, and then you have 60 days to make 5% on the evaluation stage. And then for the first profit split in the first month is 75%. And then the second month, your profit split is 80%, and then from the third month upwards is 85%. Now, no one in the industry is paying 85% anywhere, and that is, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but no one at the moment I know of is paying 85%. So that is the beauty of this, and that is why they are number one right now. And then you have the accelerated program, where all you have to do is just make a deposit. You register with this amount, and the accelerated comes with the conventional and then the emphatic. So what happens is, for every single time you make 10% on the conventional accelerated plan, so these are the plans you have, you register with $99 to get 2,000, and then these are the prices. So to get $20,000 in trading equity, you have $970 to register for that. And then whenever you make 10%, they double the account. So whenever you make 10%, they double the account. But the overall drawdown for the conventional is 5% of starting balance. So if you're a very low risk trader, you can use this one. But for me personally, if I was going for the accelerated, I'll prefer to take 20% to get to the next milestone, and then have 10% of overall starting balance as my drawdown, because you will need a lot of room to breathe for your trades. So that is why you need, a lot of room for your trades. And on this particular one, you can get a maximum of $2 million. You can see here, you can get a maximum of $2 million if you start with the $50,000 plan, on the accelerated one. So another industry high, $2 million, and it's just crazy. So going back to the evaluation, which is the journey that I'm on, you have $200,000 as the maximum you can get for an evaluation plan, but you can have a maximum of $600,000. So meaning you can have three $200,000 account and $600,000 accounts. Maybe I think six here. Maybe I don't know how many. Of 600,000 is gonna 50,000 is gonna get you 600,000. So so you can have 12 $50,000 accounts, as the case may be, but the maximum you can get from evaluation is 600,000, and then the maximum you can get on this the accelerated plan, you can see the accelerated plan is 2 million. So you can actually have both. You can have an evaluation account, and you can also buy this one if you want. I don't know if that's allowable. Depending on how you want to do that, you can come in through the evaluation and equally buy the accelerated plan, and then scale up to 2.6 million. It all depends on you and what you want to do. So this is just my number one prop firm, and the fact that they allow you retake your evaluations when you don't pass, as long as you're not in the drawdown, you don't finish the drawdown. That is a very, very important one. And the fact that you can see the prices of the evaluation, trust me, they are the cheapest in the industry. You can see $84 for the $100,000 account. The $20,000 is $139. The $50,000 is $300. $100,000 comes for $500, and then $200,000 comes for $980. So these guys are this is the cheapest I know of in the industry right now. And for the fact that you are going to be allowed to retake it even when you don't pass the first one, that is the most powerful thing you can think about right now. That there's nothing like it in the industry right now. So so this is my number one prop firm. Now, if you want to check out the MyForex fund, I'll leave a link in the description. You can check them out, and then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video. It tells YouTube that we're doing a good job and that people want to see our content. It helps us it helps YouTube put us in front of people. And then please subscribe, so that next time I drop content, I trade using institutional methods. So next time I drop content, you are going to be able to see the content that I drop. So should I show you my chart? All right, this is my chart. So this is how I trade. So next time I'm going to be here to show you how I actually trade the market. So cheers guys, let's do the most. Thank you very much.